We are live with the Week 6 Weekly League Report. We've got some new guys in the booth today, Jake and David, and returning Max. And we should have Ryan in a little later, but guys, say what's up.
I'm Eric's imaginary friend, Max.
Yeah, who last video was just...
Last week.
My last week's imaginary friend.
And I'm actually not new. This is my second time.
Oh,
Are we sure this?
Yeah.
Are we sure this audio is recording?
I confirmed I can see your guys' voices moving on my recording.
Okay.
So we're good.
Great.
Jake, this is your first time on a video ever, right?
Yeah. First time on the recap video. Felt like after all the hustling I've been doing this season, I had to show up and share some thoughts. So
right,
looking forward.
We need some Jake opinions in here. All right,
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Rico Dowdle, and that's a new GIF I had to find. No Panthers Rico Dowdle GIFs out there yet, from what I could find. So we'll have to go with the Cowboys one. But crazy week. I almost traded for him last week because I have Chuba, and I was like, I should probably do that, but I didn't do that. Instead, I traded with you, Jake, to get Woody Marks, and that was useless.
What a trade! What a trade! 20 free agent dollars. We will take it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm hoping.
Hey, maybe he'll turn it around.
No, I'm not worried about his long term. I mean, he's got the bye, and then he's got to be the guy there. It's not. No way. It's whatever. Nick Chubb long term. He's my hope. Yeah. They're good with Mark chopped, and there you go, Max. There's your Notre Dame. Your confirmation that he's a Notre Dame fan. We were talking
earlier. He did everything he could to get Kyron. I just wouldn't give him away, and unfortunately passed away before he got his man. It's a tale as old as time, unfortunately.
Yeah, Mark does love his Notre Dame guys. But yeah, 15th place. Tough year for Mark. He just kind of got a shit hand. I mean, there was not really a better way to put it. I mean, I could disagree with some of the ways he drafted, like going Bowers in the first round. But like Rashee Rice getting suspended the day after the draft sucks, and then just a lot of injuries. And he had two Bengals play. He had Chase Brown and T. Higgins, and the Bengals have been a disaster. So he just got stuck with a lot of crap, and they couldn't get out. So tough scene. Grim Reapers, Xavier Worthy. We've never had. Sometimes we go a whole season, and the most teams one player will be on as a Grim Reaper is like 4. So to already have someone at 3 is crazy. I now have him, so I don't know if I should be concerned, but I don't think it. I think it's kind of coincidental at this point, but we will see. No one else has joined the group of 2 with the Bills defense. Who has the Bills defense this week? Anyone know? Top of your head?
I think they're on waivers.
They might be. They are on waivers. Okay.
Probably where they belong.
They might not be there for long.
They've got Atlanta on Monday, so it's not a terrible matchup. Okay. Top 25% elite of Week 5. The average score here of Walker, Cooper, Jack, and James was 131. That's up 5%. Walker and Cooper are sort of new to this slide, but Jack and James have been here quite often. They've been racking up the accolades. And the bottom 25%, we got Mark chopped, we got Ryan with a trash can, and then Potter and Mitchell getting the ice cubes. The average score, as I expected and then predicted, went down to 74. It was like 84 last week, so it's down 11%, mainly because of the bye weeks and all the injuries piling up. So that is kind of just the way it goes. That first round of bye weeks really hits you. So it is what it is. The box and whisker plot of the scoring distributions, not too much to take away here. I mean, the bottom segment here was like really an island of their own, and then a big gap, and then me, and then the rest of everyone else. It was a bad week for these guys, and actually, funny enough, these are like still the bad teams going into this week. This is basically like Ryan, Potter, Mitchell, in some kind of order, and me are still probably like generally the 4 worst going into this week as well, from a projection standpoint. So we'll see if that holds up, but not much else to say here. All right, tonight we got the Giants and the Eagles. Eagles are projected to win by a touchdown. Over/under is pretty low, 40.5. But I guess they don't believe that Dart. After we saw what Dart did against the Saints, maybe we're not believing the Giants can really score that much. Eagles haven't been looking like electric on offense yet either, to be honest. So,
No, they have not.
oh, I forgot to change this line. Ignore this top line. That was from last week. Giants, Eagles, not the Niners. But we've got a good amount of players starting tonight. We've got Potter starting Tracy. That's a kind of a risky one. Same with me currently starting Wandale. Dart, I think Mitchell's actually benching Dart for Nick, so not that. Scattaboo, Jake, you got him. I think Johnny or someone's got Slayton as a maybe, but I think he's questionable. Theo Johnson. I know Ben was flexing Theo Johnson last week. I don't know if he'll start him again. Ryan told him to start him, so you better be starting him, Ben. Put your money where your mouth is. What were you going to say?
No, it seemed like he was very enthusiastically starting him.
Okay,
from,
there you go.
From what I can tell.
We've got an enthusiastic Theo Johnson start. And then obviously the usual Hurts, Barkley, A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Goddard. Max, you got Goddard, right? And then Eagles D.
Yeah, I've got Goddard. I've been pretty excited with what he's been doing so far. He's, even though they're passing the ball pretty poorly, Goddard's still getting a lot of short area targets, and that's kind of enough for.
He's getting a lot of touchdowns.
My purposes. Honestly. Yeah, the touchdowns help too. But yeah, it's a lot of short area targets that really have been pretty awesome, and then obviously scoring.
Yeah.
So we're happy with how he's been playing, and hopefully he keeps it up.
There you go. And I'm a believer. I'm a believer in Wandale tonight. I have him starting.
You have a lot of confidence in Wandale for some reason.
Somewhat against my will, because I can't adjust my lineup until someone's ruled out and I can move them to my IR, and I don't want to drop anyone that I have. So I'm actually stuck with him in my starting lineup unless I trade someone. But I feel like we're going to have a Kendrick Bourne-esque night from Wandale. Maybe not that good, but like even if he does half of that, I'd be pretty content. I'm not looking great this week, so I might be really putting myself in the hole.
Because vibes.
Yeah, because vibes. Honestly, I completely started Kendrick Bourne off vibes, and that worked. So
at least with Bourne, you could see the path. I'm not seeing the path here.
What? They're both the wide receiver one on a team that's an underdog.
Okay, but we're talking about Baker Mayfield and Jackson Dart.
No, we're talking about Mac Jones and Jackson Dart. If Mac Jones can sling it, Jackson Dart can sling it.
I still have more faith in Mac Jones throwing the ball
than
Jackson Dart, and the Eagles' defense is a lot better than the Rams.
I mean, that's questionable. They're both good defenses.
Okay, the Rams certainly were not good on Thursday.
Because Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne are just Tom Brady and Randy Moss. So
this is a S-tier analysis by our commission.
Yep. Anyway, we'll see how Wando goes, but I'm excited to sweat it out already on Thursday night. Doubleheader. I didn't know this going into making this live that it is a doubleheader this week.
So I'm noticing a lot more Monday night doubleheaders. Are they trying to make this a regular thing?
I don't know. They usually do it twice a year. This is already the third time.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the last time. I don't know. I haven't looked far enough ahead to see that. I don't know why.
I think you didn't update the slide either. It looks like.
Oh, sorry guys. I was really, really trying my best to grind this out. I had a lot of other things to work on, but you know who you are if you have players tonight, or not tonight, Monday night. But let me do a quick glance at it on the app to see if who has the most riding on Monday. Mitchell has James Cook and Keon Coleman just on the Bills.
That'll be big.
Jake, you've got Bijan now. Jack has both Drake London and Darnell Mooney, starting them both.
Wow.
James, Josh Allen. We'll check.
You've got Caleb Williams, right?
I might be starting Caleb Williams or Jordan Love. I haven't decided. They're both good options this week. Mitchell also has Terry McLaurin. Okay, Mitchell and Romo Dunze. Okay, Mitchell has a lot riding on Monday, and he's not a team that is like super safe by any means. And he's got like half his team literally playing. Fleming has DJ Moore and Deebo Samuel and DeAndre Swift, so that's a lot from one team. And that's pretty much the end of the list of people with lots of guys. You starting the Commanders defense, Max?
For the time being, we're gonna see how that rolls. The Commanders defense has been playing decently well, and I'm hoping we can get a mistake-filled game from Caleb in the offense next week. or this weekend. Excuse me.
Yeah, could be. It could happen. I don't know how much. I mean, I kind of believe in Caleb Williams now. I think he's in a better system now. But yeah, I think he still has that turnover-ness ability to him.
I believe in Caleb. I was trying to figure out who had him because I was trying to trade for him last week.
You want him?
But
you got to upgrade from Geno Smith.
No,
I think it's time.
No. I'm hoping I'm just gonna ride with Geno until week 8, when hopefully Lamar comes back and the Ravens don't just go to absolute. You know what? I'm a little worried that Lamar. There's gonna be some drama in Baltimore, and Lamar might sit out or do some stupid crap like that. But
okay, you were talking about this in the chat, and I don't know why you think that would happen.
Well, he sat during his contract situation. He sat out and was protesting. I feel like,
but he's paid at this point, right? Like he's got a big contract.
He is paid. I'm worried that he's going to be. People were saying he was faking the injury, and I'm worried he's going to be like, "Oh, my hamstring's still not good," and prolong it until like upper management does something about our coaching staff. I mean, Orr is just absolutely in shambles on the defensive end, and it seems like our O-line can't protect him. Like if I'm Lamar, I don't want to play on this team right now. We're absolute garbage. So
I mean, in all honesty, before he got hurt, I mean, I know they took some tough losses, but they looked like a fantastic team.
At least against
the Bills. We'll see.
Injury.
I might be circling back to Caleb Williams. We'll see.
We'll be in touch. All right, let's keep it rolling. The Week 5 standings as they sit. Mark, Chopped, Max are still sitting at the top. The people in the 500 club: Max, James, Jack, Jake, Walker, and Mitchell just barely. So those 6 all are averaging over 100 points a week at this point. So solid work from them. All the way at the bottom, me, Potter, Ben, not looking great. I have not had a great season. I'll very easily have not. I didn't draft well, and now I'm getting the injury bug on my team, so I'm not looking great. And Potter, kind of same deal. He's had to deal with a lot of injuries, but it is what it is. We're alive and well at this point. Quick look at the economy. We're down to 667 left in circulation. It's about 200 down, not quite, from last week. We didn't lose as much from the eliminated team. I think Mark only had like 30 something. So he at least gave it a run. He spent before he died, as opposed to, unlike everyone else who's gotten chopped so far. So Potter sitting at the top with 89. He didn't spend anything this week and got a little bit of fab here and there from like Tootin and whoever else he traded. And Ben, same story. I don't think he spent much this week, but David, he just did the trade with you today for Travis Hunter,
which he immediately then flipped for JMO.
Oh yeah, that I did not include in the slide. I was already locked in before that, but yeah.
Yeah, he netted 0 fab today. Basically, just traded Travis Hunter for JMO.
Yeah, I think I'd rather. It's a wash because I don't know. Travis Hunter could still become good. I guess I'd probably rather have JMO, but
I think I would for sure. Oh well.
We'll see. It is. Yeah. And Fleming at the bottom with 12. He didn't spend anything this week. And Mitchell also low. James, Jake, you're somewhat down there, but in a weird way also like right at the middle of the pack. Even though you're down here, the average is 48 and you're at 39. So still got some money to work with.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty comfortable, especially after the Lamar trade. That was one of the positions I needed to strengthen, and I mean it's crazy. 5 weeks in, and what's that percentage come out to? Like 60%, 65% of the fab is gone.
Yeah,
so
maybe
like that.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, a lot just from the teams dying with 100 early on. That's what'll do it. So, yeah, wild. Week 6 buys this week, not as heavy as last week. Just the Texans and the Vikings. So your Justin Jefferson, your Nico Collins. I mean, Woody Marks, Jordan Mason, but yeah, Hawkinson. There's not like a ton of. So this is ultimately a pretty full week in terms of who's playing. So not too impacted by buys. Into the graphs, we've got the Fantasy Pros versus Sleeper. We've got me all the way at the bottom. Yeah, not a good look. But also, I'm completely content. I actually feel fine this week. I don't think I need to panic anymore. I think my team can get me through. I'm gonna have a big night from Wandale. And
You're literally the dog. You're literally the dog in the burning room. This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
I'm so content right now.
You need to be the dog in the burning room because no one, still 0% of the teams that have gotten eliminated have been the bottom projected team. So if that trend continues, I'm completely safe. Max, you've joined the red. How does it feel?
Not great. I mean, that's all because of Hampton. That's the whole reason I'm over here today as opposed to further up. I mean, I just gotta survive about 4 weeks. I mean, my opportunity will come to get another stud running back as they become available. So I'm not too worried. I just need to. I mean, as soon as Hampton comes back, I'm going to be back in the green, and I've got the third most fab in the league. So I feel like I'm in a good spot to grab a running back if one becomes available.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully you get a better deal than 15 for Pacheco.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But no, I mean the Hampton shit that blows, man. That injury sucks.
It does.
I mean, because it was like immediate. He was put on IR. I mean, they're saying it's going to be 4 weeks, but I mean, we can talk about that later.
Yeah,
it could be. It absolutely could be worse. He could be out for the year, but still 4 weeks is an eternity.
Yeah, I mean, that's the way of the league. I mean, you trade away CMC because you were in a powerful spot, and that gives you a bunch of fab, and then Hampton goes down, and now all of a sudden your team's not looking as good. So it's a tough turnaround sometimes in this league. But
yeah, it is what
he did get a ton of fab from me though. I feel like I don't know how much he has now, but I mean he rinsed me for all my fab. So
still got 39, but Max has 66 now. Could have had 81, but he wanted Pacheco.
That was a trade I made feeling the heat a little bit there. I just needed a guy who was going to produce
a second running back, right?
Who was going to produce maybe 5 to 7 points a week, and if I get that, I felt pretty confident.
But why not Kareem Hunt? Go get like Kareem Hunt for 5.
I mean, again, the touchdowns. He's getting the touchdowns early. I mean, we'll see how long that continues. Again, it's bound to regress to the mean at a certain point.
Yeah.
So. But like I said, we can go into that more later.
Yeah. And honestly, weirdly, as I was thinking that, I remember the Lions and the Chiefs played Sunday night, and Mitchell also has Montgomery and Kareem Hunt. So Mitchell literally has like 7 of his 9 or 6 of his 9 playing Sunday night or after. That's wild.
Oh, that is wild. That seems to be happening with him a lot.
It does, but it's a fun world to live in. I mean, that's kind of why I want to have someone that I'm starting on Monday night so that I can make a desperation trade if needed. Okay, and then the green, some similar names up here, new ones. David, you've moved up for sure. Jake, you moved in with the acquisitions you've made. James, Jack, Johnny's actually the big one, the big surprise. He's the highest sleeper projected.
Yeah, wow.
So that's a fun one. And your next week versus rest of season, those that are looking better long term but not good short term, there's actually not many. I guess you could say me because I'm the lowest current week projected, but I'm looking decent for long term. But Johnny reverse, he looked really good this week. Must be matchup based, and long term kind of eh. But David, Jack, Jake, James, Cooper, Walker, those are definitely the 6 strongest teams right now. Oh my god, can you guys hear my teams going off?
I just heard some buzzing, notifications.
I'm muting my computer. It's a group chat. It's not even for me.
The nerve of some people, man.
The nerve of some people to message me during work hours. Alright. Yeah, let's... And then Fleming, really bad rest of season rating, but he looks mid this week. And same with Ben. All right. If only Ryan was here, I'd put the line for him. But
Typical. Hey, give him a break. His Yankees lost last night. You know,
I know he's going.
He's definitely in sorrow. Did anyone see Vladdy with David Ortiz and A-Rod and Derek Jeter, and he was like, "The Yankees lose." Anyone see that video?
I feel like if anyone, maybe Max, but I know me and David don't really watch baseball.
Definitely not. Yeah.
I saw the video. I'm too focused on the Brewers Cubs series right now, though. It was funny. It is funny to see the Yankees lose every year, but we gotta beat the Cubs tonight. So that's kind of Dodgers, man.
I'm gonna back up. And say I can't really talk too much. My O's rough year for us, but it was just funny seeing that video. And if you don't know baseball, the Yankees broadcaster, whenever they win, says the Yankees win, and Vladdy in the Blue Jays locker room was saying the opposite. So I'll put it in the chat later for reference for those who are uncultured and all about baseball.
I think we should talk more about baseball during these slides.
But yeah, the last of the graphs, the position strength and budget, I think most notably is Fleming down there. He is the least fab in the league, and he does not have the strength either. So he's not looking in trouble this week, but just long term outlook, it's a tough look to be that far down there. No one is really going way up here. Everyone either spent and pulled themselves down here, or your Potter's done a decent job, I guess. I mean, he traded away Gibbs to get a bunch of fab, and now he has all that fab. He's kind of been holding it, but his team is all right. And this is your rest of season position strength. This is assuming CeeDee Lamb in Potter's lineup. I think without CeeDee Lamb, he falls more this way, and he's probably like over here. But
he I think has a decent number of votes this week. I think
he does. He's not looking fantastic this week. But above the line, significantly above the line, you've got Jake. Actually, Jake, you and Potter are the most above the line, and then Cooper, Jack, David, James, Ben, me and Max barely above it, and then so if you're below it, you're Johnny, you're Ryan, Mitchell, Fleming, Walker barely. I think Walker's team's fine, but those are your people who have, in theory, not done a good job managing their fab. Is the way you could put it.
Speaking of Walker, can we talk about how he absolutely fleeced Ryan in that trade?
Absolutely fleeced him. Ryan, after 1 week, Ryan...
I don't understand.
This is good timing.
Oh, there's Ryan. Let me give some backstory. Welcome Ryan into the booth. But we got... Ryan and I were talking pre-draft, and Kamara was the guy who tended to fall around the 2-3 turn, which is Ryan. Ryan had the first pick, I had the second pick, so we are the 2-3 turn. There was a world where I totally would have taken Kamara there. Walker ended up taking him right before me. But like in talks with Ryan, I remember Ryan telling me like, I do not want to touch Kamara like at all. And I was like, what? Like why? Like Ryan was just a Kamara hater. So when he traded for him last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever it was, I was kind of shocked. But it only took 1 week for Ryan to completely jump off of everyone in Kamara on his lineup and threw him away at a loss for nothing.
Yeah, remind me what the trade was, because I'm pretty sure
Kamara plus 29 for
30.
Sorry, Kamara plus 30 for who?
For Dobbins.
So is Kamara worth negative 10 fab to you? Like that seems roughly how that plays out.
Well, two things. First of all, I think as we've learned in the past, and as Eric knows, you have to look at each trade individually, and you can't look at like what is like the previous trade like mean for this one. It's like, is this a good move right now? And
Fair.
My team does not have Bucky Irving, and look at J.K. Dobbins' next 3 matchups. It's Jets, Giants, and Dallas. And so
that's pretty good.
If I look at the next 3 weeks where I don't have Bucky, I obviously want to survive to get Bucky back. And Dobbins is a top 10 RB right now. If you look at it, he's not sexy, but he's a top 10 running back. And Kamara, as David pointed out when I traded for him, is continuing to dip in his snap share. It was a 50-50 split last week. Like, he is in a split backfield, and the Saints are terrible, and I traded for him because I didn't have Bucky, and I thought he would be like a pretty safe like running back floor, and I think he's losing his job for whatever reason, but he is. So that's the background. I paid a lot of fab. I agree. It was probably an overpay, but I like Dobbins. I think he provides a lot of short-term security. He's very consistent. He gets carries. The offense is decent. They have great matchups. So there you go. Yes, it was an overpay, though. I told Walker because he did not want to move him. I told Walker, I said Walker because I was like, I started at 18 in Kamara, and he was like, I just like don't really want to move like a mainstay of my offense. And I was like, I was like, what can I do to blow you away? And he said, I won't say no to 30. And I said, we'll do 30. So
okay, I can respect it. I can see the vision, and I can respect it.
The only thing that's
yes,
I
it
understand.
was a lot. It was too much money. I agree.
I understand the matchup rationale. I just with Walker, I feel like, and I'm not trying to give strays here. I feel like Walker might be one of the easier people to trade with in the league, as we saw by the JJ trade that I made earlier in the season for like 15 and a player or something. So it's just interesting how I feel like later in the season, Fab's more valuable, and Walker got stingy all of a sudden. Like maybe I caught him at a good time. Maybe you caught him at a bad time. I don't know. It's just interesting.
I don't know. I think it had more to do with he didn't really want. He wanted to keep Dobbins, and I wanted Dobbins.
Yeah,
so maybe it's the
prime
guys.
out
I don't know.
maybe-
I would agree. I think. Yeah, I did. Anyway.
But yeah, hey Ryan, look, trend line. Suck it.
I was about to say that, and then Jake was, as I hopped on, was like, Ryan, you're an idiot. But yes, I appreciate the trend line. Great, Eric.
It's not the actual like trend line of like where these points are, but it's like it is the line to be above or below to show how well you're managing your fab.
All right.
So Ryan, you're not managing your fab well.
Well, I would agree. I would agree with that. I would also say that injuries forced my hand. So yes, I would. I think I could have tried to hold the line and like hold on until Bucky gets back, but I don't think my team, obviously as we saw last week, is good enough to do that. So
you could have gotten Rashad White for a lot less than 30 fab and Alvin Kamara.
I could have gotten Dowell for less than Rashad White.
I would have gone for Rashad White if Johnny didn't put him on the block 30 seconds before his game started.
Well, we had been talking about it though. I traded him to Johnny like just earlier that day.
Yeah, I didn't
You didn't seem into it.
I didn't want to do it for that number, and I wasn't that desperate at that. I thought I would be fine, and I thought Sean Tucker would get more like snaps than he did. So that's why I didn't. Obviously, that was wrong. I don't want this to turn into a Ryan episode, but I think I hit every single wrong button last week, and I'm still like, it was just Tolbert for 0, JMO I paid a lot of fab for.
Yeah.
And obviously I dropped Strat. Like I should.
Yeah, that was a rough week.
It's stupid that I'm still here, honestly. But anyway, that's kind of the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. Mark's team wasn't any better, to be honest. But
no, he was a shambles.
I tried to buy Chase Brown from him before I bought Kamara, which would have been even worse. But they were like, correct, and they were like, we don't want to like sell low on Chase Brown. And I was like, well, I'm not buying him for his value.
It's not going to get higher. I don't know what they're talking about.
I don't know. I have a weird feeling having Flacco will make us learn how to run the ball. Like, okay, we have Flacco now. We need to establish the run.
You didn't have Flacco when I was offering him that, so he was doing that on the thought of this is Jake Browning's team.
I felt the same way about like Jamar. Like at first I was like, oh, Jamar's been good with Browning before. This is like right when Burrow got hurt. But then he quickly was pretty much useless, and I was like, do I want to sell low on Jamar? And this is Like I had offers.
I think you got a good deal for Jamar.
You got 40 fab for him.
Yeah,
didn't
39 from Jake. I mean, like Jake might end up getting that. It might end up being a good deal for him if Flacco is a guy. And
we'll see.
Yeah. I'm excited about Flacco. I was a little worried about the deal, but now that Flacco's in town, Joe Cool, I'm feeling better. Not amazing, but definitely better than.
It's an upgrade. It's not Jameis though. Could have been Jameis or
No.
Kirk.
It could have been, and that would have been electric. I would have loved Jameis. Shador, I'm worried about the drama with Shador, but that's another story.
Well, he's not starting.
I think I don't regret the trade, but like I kind of wish I had him now because I think there's a lot more upside. There's a lot more to be optimistic about with Jamar and anyone on the Bengals offense, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I hope that Joe Flacco trade came with a new offensive line.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I saw somebody say that putting Joe Flacco behind that offensive line is elder abuse.
Yep,
it is.
We'll see. We will see, but I agree. All right, where everyone shakes out, I think it's a pretty clear top 5 over here. Oh, I forgot to change your number, David. You are actually the only 3. I just didn't.
I was gonna say I thought I was a perfect 3.
You are. You're the only perfect 3, and then we got Jack, James, Jake at 2.5, Cooper at a 2. I think he belongs here, and then the other 2s that I think are just a notch below are Walker and Johnny. So I'm putting them here, and then Max and Ben at 0.5. Still, I think kind of in this limbo zone of just you're not bad, you're not great right now. You don't necessarily have a better short-term prospect than long, or vice versa. You're just there in the middle. And I've got me and Potter and Iffy in the short term. Potter being having the most fab in the league, and CeeDee Lamb being hurt, so he has a lot to be optimistic about if he can survive a little bit. For me, I have above average fab. I'm waiting on injured guys to come back, like guys I just got, like Bowers and Pearsall, who I drafted, and yada yada. Chuba, I don't know if he's playing or not this week, so I've got a lot of question marks. And then Ryan, Mitchell, and Fleming in the danger zone. Yeah, I think that's how it shakes out this week. Now going into each team, I mean, we've already covered some of these trades already. Walker, Dowdle, and Javonte combining for almost 60 points. It's crazy. I think Walker's got a pretty decent team. I mean, now he's back to having 2 assets from the Saints offense, so that could either be a good thing or a bad thing, or just an average thing. And if the rest of his team is good, then he's fine. Currently, they're assuming Dowdle is playing this week, and that Chuba is not playing, therefore. So,
I don't think that's correct.
I don't know. I have no word.
I would think that Dowdle either way has earned a spot and has earned some more snaps.
Maybe because Chuba hasn't been like a stud. But I'd hope he.
Yeah, if Chuba's not 100% too, they probably would be on a snap share anyway.
Right. So probably still a viable starter at this point. Lots of trades. Ultimately, he netted. Well, I guess first he bought Rashee Rice for 25. I thought I was putting a pretty aggressive bid on Rashee Rice for 20. That wasn't enough, apparently.
I lost by 1. I had 24. I was really upset about that.
Yeah, I was hoping to grab him too, except then I'd have another injured not playing person on my team right now. But at least I'd be able to put him on my freaking IR, unlike all the other questionable people on my team that aren't out yet. But he ends up netting, in between all his trades, getting Javonte, Kamara, T. Higgins, and Ridley and 13 fab, and he loses Worthy, Ladd McConkey, and Dobbins. So I'd say that was a huge win.
That sounds like a big win to me when you combine them all like that.
Humongous win. I just led the way by Ryan giving him 30, but yeah, that was pretty good work by Walker this week with all his trades, and he's still middle of the pack in fab, even spending 25 on Rice. So yeah, he picks up his first star of the season, $6 to Walker. Cooper's team, this is a team I personally really like. If I could just take someone's team, I feel like I'd want to take his team. I just like Ibuka is just so fun to have on the team, on your team right now.
He's got the stack with Baker too. That makes it even more fun.
Saquon, I know, has been disappointing relative to like what we'd expect from him, but like he's still Saquon. He adds Kenneth Walker to the group, Ladd McConkey, and then he does the trade with me where he gave me Sutton. I guess he traded for and then away Sutton in the span of a week, so you don't see Sutton here. But traded me Sutton for the Colts D Horton in 17, and then it was Nico for Cortland plus 12. So that's how it all nets out. He got 29 fab plus a defense for Nico. You could look at it, and any optimism you might have on Horton. I think Cooper's looking great. Yeah. Picks up his first accolade of the season. Jack's team on another one of the sort of powerhouse teams, it feels like, especially at wide receiver with JSN, Drake London, Diggs, J-Mo for now. Who does he have on bye? Is it like was it Justin Jefferson that he has on bye?
If he has JJ, then yeah, he's on bye.
Or is he is Nico? He is Nico. Never mind. Yeah, Drake London's an interesting one, but Nico. It's Nico. No, yeah, that's who. Yeah, he has on bye.
He's good. He's good because his name is Drake London. I don't think the value is actually there, and he's very, I think, volatile for this format. But I think Diggs, if he's your flight, I would put Diggs as wide receiver too. I mean, that's obviously me personally, So Diggs is on the up.
Over London.
Oh, I forgot to bring up.
I think it's a hot take. But Diggs
is awesome, a hot take,
and they just fed him the ball.
I guess first I'll say Jack has been kind of killing it. I feel like he gets people before their value goes up. Like he got Diggs pretty cheap from JC and flat throwing it back. I forgot to say $5. So JC ended up netting one fab for the waiver claim and then trading him, but I think Jack obviously got the better end of it. And I think I did the math back in the week. If JC didn't trade Diggs and started him in his flex over whoever it was that he started, he would have been alive in that double elimination week. I forgot to say that.
Mm-hmm.
So a big decision JC made that did not work out for him, and it worked out even better for Jack because Diggs' value has gone up.
We've got another stack here with Darnold and JSN. I'm really that whole game, that Bucks and Seahawks game was just a fantasy goldmine.
It was, and that's why these two teams are getting flames this week.
I do love that the gif of Darnold is not even him playing football.
I couldn't find one that wasn't him on the Jets or the Panthers. I don't want to do or the Vikings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why it's funny to me because the implication is that you couldn't even find. Well, okay, yeah.
He's holding the football. So
he's not in uniform.
It doesn't matter. I'll take whatever I can get. I think when Russell Wilson, back when year or two ago, whenever he might have actually been on a slide, I used his Subway gif, so there's that. Whatever gif I could find, really. But yeah, Jack's been racking up the accolades. He's been top or the bottom every week now. Ultimately, his team is really good, so I think he's in a good spot. James's team, it's funny, 320s, Allen, Ferguson, Puka. Ferguson's been awesome, as Ryan and I mentioned in the draft video. He might be the tight end 1 now. He was the tight end 2, and now he's the tight end.
He probably is at this point.
Because I know that it's no longer Hunter Henry, but Hunter Henry's still in the top 5. Henderson for 15, bit of an overpay, and then Brown for 10. If Brown gets better, Chase Brown that is, that could end up being great value, but obviously you're taking the risk that it doesn't get any better, and then you're kind of stuck with this guy that doesn't do anything, and no one wants him. But he at least now has better running backs than Xavier Scott and Charbonnet. But Charbonnet's not that bad, actually. He's still probably starting him, I think. But James' team is so good everywhere else. It literally doesn't matter who he throws in at running back. It doesn't matter at all.
I think he had McNichols last week.
You're right. Xavier Scott was not ended up making it into his starting lineup. But a funny name to throw out there.
Love a little Jeremy McNichols, Xavier Scott lineup dilemma in a 14-team league. That's tough.
4 flames from James, just kind of crushing it. So it's been a good start to the season for James for sure.
He's actually before we move on.
Yeah.
We'll get to this, but he's my sleeper pick to get chopped this week, which obviously is a hot take, but I mean it kind of happens every year where there's a random great team who just doesn't have it one week. So, I don't think I'm alone either. I think somebody else had him too. He just has some tough matchups.
Yeah, this week is an interesting one for voting. Like, there's no consensus vote at all. Not that a consensus vote has ever even been right anyway, but it's pretty spread out this week. A lot of people that could go.
It is spread. Yeah.
All right, Ben's team. Dak and Bill Krosky leading the way. He goes and basically just trades away a bunch of players straight up for fab. So he gets the 15 for Pacheco. He got 2 for Tootin, and then Hunter, was it 6? So
6, yeah.
23
Ben
fab.
cleaned up. I hated the JMO trade for him. I think he's useless. But 15 for Pacheco was insanity.
Max,
Insanity.
Pacheco he's essentially the RB 2.5 right now. Like, him and Rashard, whatever his name is, are like on the same playing field, and Kareem Hunt gets the bulk of the work.
Ryan, you weren't saying that last week. You were a big Kareem Hunt hater last week.
Yeah, and I watched the game, and I learned my lesson. But also, I don't love Hunt. He just got 2 red zone carries. You know, they just don't.
That means a lot. Those mean a lot. Ryan, you said it last week. They count. Touchdowns count.
They do count, but do you want to set your lineup on the precipice of, like, he's good if he scores a touchdown?
On a flex play.
No, you don't.
Maybe.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
As a flex too, I wouldn't mind putting Hunt in my lineup, but sure. I think
you don't feel good about it.
Maybe not, but now
Nobody
maybe now you
started
feel
Mike
better.
Colbert fantasy and was excited about it.
But yeah, Ben doesn't do much. He just gets some fab for some guys, some mid players, and then he goes and gets Dio Johnson. We get Chargers G Shipley for nothing. So he's kind of staying quiet this week. He's not spending. He's living with Dak, Gibbs, and ETN and Krosky leading the way. I mean, QJ's been good. Rashid Shaheed had a good week last week. So, but generally speaking,
QJ's
his wide
questionable.
receivers. QJ's questionable.
Something to monitor.
Something to monitor.
Something to monitor.
Get your votes in for Ben.
Is he
now.
I did not know that, actually.
I think Ben's team is fine. They have some good matchups, but I think Leggett could get him 0. It wouldn't be a surprise. He hasn't been super involved this year, and I think if QJ doesn't play, that could be a problem because he's not deep after selling these guys. But I think the rest of his guys have some good matchups, so that's why I didn't vote for him. But
yeah,
if QJ doesn't play, I think we might see an overpay.
All right. Very, very likely. But yeah, I think Ben's around the middle of the pack this week, projections wise. All right, David, here's your team. Actually, I said I would let people take the lead on their slide. So go ahead, say whatever you want to say.
Oh, yeah, I am the who's it? James with all the accolades. I'm the exact opposite. I've got nothing.
Right around the middle. It's a great place to be.
No, I'm pretty comfortable there. I did think I was finally going to catch a flame last week after the first window of games, but then some other guys had some late window players just absolutely pop off, and certified mid tight end Trey McBride lived up to that evaluation with a
I never said mid tight end. Never once.
Okay, sorry. Certified mid player who happens to be a tight end, Trey McBride.
Yes, there you go.
So yeah, no, I still am very comfy with Trey McBride at my tight end, though. I feel, I've got some strong running backs. Honestly, when I knew that Rachaad White was gonna be really good until Bucky was back, and I was a little regretful that I traded him away just because it would feel nice to have him, but it probably helps me in the long term to have a little extra fab. Yeah, we'll see about Travis Hunter. I just wanted to get a little bit of depth there because my bench guys were not looking too great. So we'll see if he just magically develops into someone who'd be worthy of the number 2 overall pick. And I'm very happy about the Pats D. They've got 8 of the most beautiful matchups you've ever seen coming up.
They do.
So,
they have some good ones.
Yeah, these are some good points, and you still got some fab to work with. And I look at, your running backs; those 3 running backs will just carry you for now. almost the number one in each of their respective RB1, RB2, and Flex 1 positions. Just Genty.
Yeah, I'm pretty comfy with them at running back for sure.
It's looking pretty good, and we're still awaiting like a real breakout from Ted McMillan, but he's your one.
And anybody who has messaged me about Ted, and that's like half the league. You guys all know what I feel, what I think about Ted. I'm fully bought into the breakout coming.
They have Dallas this week, is that right? So that
they do, yeah. So that certainly could be. I don't know if it's going to be this week. The matchup is great for it, but yeah, I'm big fan of Ted. I think he's going to be great rest of season.
There you go, good stuff. And next up, Max, go right ahead, or if you're around.
Oh, I'm here. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, it is what it is with the Pacheco trade. I was feeling the heat a little bit with Hampton going out for 4 weeks. I paid a little bit for some of that added security at RB2. I just needed a guy who was going to get me 7 points a week, and that was just not an option on the waiver wire. But I mean, I'm with you. I did overpay, but you know, it is what it is when you just need a little extra safety, right? And you know, the point that you guys were making about Kareem Hunt could be the same story. They just got to kind of regress to the mean in terms of the touchdowns being split, you know, 75, 80% Kareem Hunt to Pacheco. He's bound to find the end zone at some point. I mean, the rest of my team were just kind of hanging in there, hoping for a big game for Matthew Golden against the Bengals. I think that's going to be really telling about what we're going to see from him for the rest of the year. And, you know, I'm going to take a small little victory lap here. People criticized me last week for a slight overpay on Mahomes.
Slight.
Yeah. Yeah. You say what you want. The guy's putting up 27 a week. He did it again this weekend. He's probably going to do it again he did it last week. He's probably going to do it again this weekend.
Especially once Rice comes back, you can be even more confident, I think.
It's an investment in the future. And again, going with the lack of rushing ability for Kansas City, Mahomes is running the ball a lot more, which leads to more rushing touchdowns. And then, the haul for CMC, you know, it is what it is. He was a good deal. Jake made me offer I couldn't refuse, so I passed him along, and I'll wait for my opportunity to grab another running back here in the next week or so.
Yeah, I mean, when you put it in the context of those two trades combined, Pacheco and 61 for CMC, I don't think anyone's going to be like, oh, you got robbed. But when you put them by themselves, the Pacheco one looks bad, obviously, but we will see.
Sure.
You got 66 fab now. You're up there. I think you said you're third in the league in fab, so plenty of spending power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got hosed by you. I was $1 short on Bowers. I was $1 short on somebody else.
Worthy?
And it just
Jordan Love.
It was Jordan Love. So
nice.
Eric screwed me twice this week.
It felt really good to look at all the waiver claims and see that I outbid the next highest bid by 1 on most of them. I was like, yes.
Yeah, it was a brutal. And I mean, I can't believe. I thought I put an aggressive bid in for Henderson, but I can't believe 15 was what he went for.
What did you put?
I was in the double digits. I think I put either
wild.
9 or 10.
That's a lot of fab for a guy that. I mean, I guess with what's his face out for the season.
No, he's only out for 4 weeks. It was more an investment.
Gibson is tore his ACL. He's out.
Gibson tore his ACL, and Ramonde fumbled 3 times last weekend. So it feels inevitable.
Mike Vrabel just loves Ramondre, apparently.
He does. I'll tell you, I put in 3, and I was like, I think I might get him.
I think I put in 1 or 0. I forget, but I was like,
I think I put in 2 or 3 as well. I was like, I just can't go higher than that.
Yeah, I put in. Oh, my mistake. I put in 7.
Reasonable number. That's a reasonable number.
Yeah, it was. I was still the second highest bid by 4, though, by 5. I was double the next person. Yeah, no, I just could not get the waivers to work for me this week. It was a bummer, but oh well. I mean, we'll survive. I'm hoping for a track meet from the Kansas City Lions game because I need some points from St. Brown this week, but he's been awesome. So not super worried.
Pittman's been a nice little piece too.
Pittman's been so awesome. That's another trade I got heat for, but I think he's been worth every dollar.
Did you trade for
Max,
Pittman?
It was like 18 fab for him.
Oh yeah, straight up. I remember that.
That's
weeks ago when 18
that egregious.
Fab not the 18 fab of what 18 fab feels like now. Not 18 fab,
actually,
3 more than Pacheco. Different 18
It
fab.
looks bad in that. It looks bad in that perspective.
Oh sure. It's not saying it was a good move. Again, it was feeling the heat, and I made a bad decision.
That's why you always take advantage of people in stressful situations in this league.
Yeah. Example 1 and 2 on Skull. Max, you worried about the JMO breakout game incoming? That's gonna screw St. Brennan.
No, I'm so excited to watch him get 9 targets and catch one of them. Looking forward to that.
That's generous. He's not even getting like more than 3 or 4 targets. It's been brutal.
He got 9
was like
last week.
I think JMO's having a breakout game.
No, he had 1 last week. He had 1 catch on 1 target. He was on my team. He had 1 catch for 1 target on 9 yards.
I'm on board with the JMO breakout game.
I'm sure it's coming.
Because vibes.
Oh, sorry, he had 8 2 weeks ago against the
fantasy football is mostly vibes.
You're right. It is absolutely mostly vibes.
See here, Eric. I agree. I also think it's coming, but you can't. In a desperate situation after he just gave me 1 point, I can't start him again. You know.
Honestly, I feel like a desperate situation is the time that you have to start him because you need to hope that he has that because he can boom. Like Ryan, he could have.
Ryan, are you telling me that I need to stop starting Wan'Dale Robinson every week because he's getting me 3 to 5 points?
You said it. I wouldn't start Wan'Dale.
I'm starting Wan'Dale. Unless someone wants him, I'll trade him.
Yeah, I'm sure JMO breaks out. I had JMO stock in like every league, and it's not fun over here. So.
Yeah, just because you buy stock in the same player in every league doesn't mean he's going to break out. Could just be a bad investment. I feel like you guys are going to be waiting a long time for the JMO breakout.
Well, I guess my question is...
Of insanity.
Well, like...
That is, exactly. Keep waiting, man.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is, what constitutes a breakout? Because we all know he's capable of a big game.
A breakout this year. So like the best game of his season, like a 15-plus point week or something like that.
Okay, but like if he has a game like that though, let's say he pops up for 20 this week, can you start him with confidence the next week and be like, oh yeah, he's here?
No,
I couldn't, because we know he's a boom bust guy.
You can always go back at the end of a season. You can look back at a game log of a player and probably find plenty of examples where like 5 to 6 weeks they were doing nothing, and then the rest of the season they were really good. Like some people just catch a stride, and finding those people at that time is like the gold mine of this league. So. He could be a guy that does that. We'll see.
I mean, he could he do that? Sure. I'm just saying, I don't think you could confidently start him. Like just because he has.
None of it's you can't do anything confidently in this league. Really, you have to go on off of a whim, off of vibes.
Okay, well.
Because when you nail those decisions, and like last year, like me, I grabbed Darnell Mooney before he like fully popped off. I saw the potential. He was like getting the targets, and I was like, let me just get him. And I did a straight up Michael Pittman who was struggling for Mooney, and then Mooney was like a starter on my lineup for almost the entire season. Like it was little things like that. You just gotta take a chance sometimes, catch them before they blow up.
That's true, but at least in that case, you're like, oh, I see the targets. Like I see how the path here makes sense.
JMO, you could see the potential for targets.
I can see the target he gets every week. It's whether he breaks it for a 50-yard touchdown or it's a 5-yard slant.
Yeah, no, J-Bo's a little different, but yeah, either way. Yeah, fun stuff. Let's keep it moving. We're not going to keep us under an hour.
Not a chance.
But Fleming's team, we'll hit on him because he didn't do much. He didn't do anything actually. He's right around the middle of the pack this week, but as we saw in the graphs, his long-term outlook is not looking great with the fab and with the strength of his team right now. Derrick Henry is not who people thought he would be at this point, but part of that's due to Lamar being out. Pickens is solid. Debo's been solid. Laporta's been solid. He's got some solid, decent guys here, but no one that's like blowing you away. So yeah, that's Fleming's team. Johnny's team, he has actually assembled himself a pretty solid group of running backs here, mainly Josh Jacobs and Quinshon Judkins. Now he's also got Rashad White, who's a good play this week, so he's got him in the flex. Receiver-wise, he's kind of taken on these guys that personally I just like never want to touch with a 10-foot pole, but they're actually like working out in Waddle and Marvin Harrison Jr. They're on the up for sure. Waddle, especially with Hill out. Marvin Harrison just seems like he's back to somewhat his former self, but the Cardinals are just a disaster.
Tyler's got the injury now, so we'll see how long.
I was going to say,
who's
the
starter?
Weird.
Brissett. He might be all right.
I almost wonder if Brissett would just hyper target Marvin Harrison Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'd hyper target Trey McBride.
Oh, please let it be.
Oh, that might be. Trey McBride is. I think I saw on your graph, David. Yeah, he is projected to be the number 1 tight end this week. So
let's go.
Yeah. Right. We'll see if Juwan ever gets back to form, but when.
Yeah, I think
Waddle's going to be good the rest of the year.
Man, Waddle is going to be good. With Tyreek out, I think Waddle is better than his what am I trying to say? He's better than his perceived value, I think.
And then is that Judy in his last flex spot?
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's going to
maybe Dylan Gabriel is a better fit for Judy to produce. Who knows? But
maybe he was liking the tight ends last week. So
yeah, he surely was. Aaron Jones, he goes and gets Aaron Jones for $1 to stash him for whenever he comes back. But I just feel like Jordan Mason has that job now, and Aaron Jones will be like the 3rd down back or something.
No. Jones is going to get plenty of work. He's so good as a pass catcher. Like
that's why you're
Mason is going to not just 3rd down, but like Mason is going to be the more commonly used runner for sure. But Jones he's too dynamic of a player in the passing game to be relegated to only 3rd down.
Yeah,
it's a matter of how healed is he from the injury. Like
before Jones got hurt, Jones did have more of the carries, right? But now I would imagine when he comes back, it's going to be more split.
Yeah, I would think so.
We've got a surprise guest. We've got my child, Mikey. Mikey, say something. He's just staring at my screens. I think he's not going to say anything.
Hey, Michael.
Michael.
Remember me?
Can you say outside? There we go. I knew I could get him to say that. He's going away now. Okay. I think that wraps up Johnny's team. Now Betsy has to go take him outside. Haha. Because I said the word. All right, Jake. You still around?
I am. I timed this poorly. I am picking up dinner as we speak.
Do you want me to start? Do you want me to kick off your slide and then you can jump in?
Kick it off. I'm gonna be free in 30 seconds.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess I'll touch on. Jamar ended up being his top scorer. Jamar, in somewhat garbage time, got those 2 touchdowns. So good to see it's still possible he can produce with Browning, but now it's not Browning, so who knows? I think either way, just maybe this is a good way to talk about something else before Jake comes back. I'm interested to see because I think there's obviously a world where Flacco goes in and we're like just as bad or worse, and then it's like just proof to Browning that like it's not Browning's fault. Like our offensive line's a disaster, play calling seems to be questionable. Throwing in a 40-year-old quarterback isn't going to make that better. Or there's a world where Flacco's great and the offense starts producing, and then I'll have fun at least watching the games because it's pretty depressing right now. So, yeah, Jake, you back?
I'm back. I'm sorry for all the wrestling I'm getting. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I did not realize. I think I did, and then when we started this call, I didn't realize that Jamar had gone off for so much last week. So apologies to Browning. Hold on, I might be kicking onto my car. This is poor timing here.
You're good. We still hear you.
Okay. Hold on one sec.
You don't have to apologize to Browning, by the way.
Yeah, no.
He's not watching this.
I don't know. I might DM him the video.
Hey, you never know. No, but hey, I'm feeling pretty solid. You know, I have to say, I feel like I've been hustling like pretty insane on the trades this season. And I feel like my hard work is paying off. I'm really like the CMC trade for me, and the Javante trade. That was such a orchestrated process because I knew Max wanted all of my remaining fab, but I knew I didn't want zero fab, and I wanted to make sure that I had another deal lined up so that. But I knew I had to accept them back to back, and I knew I had to have both of the offers sent by. I think I sent Max one, but I knew I needed Walker to send me that offer so that I could hit accept before Max, like, so Max couldn't take me for any more fab. Because I knew if I had 80 fab or 85 fab, he would have tried to get more from me. So there's a little bit of scheming in that. But yeah, I mean, CMC, Bijan's back off by, that was a big gamble. I think 2 weeks ago, giving up James Cook for Bijan, and I forget how much fab it was. It was a lot.
15.
Yeah, 15 fab. And then, so I've taken a couple gambles and it's paid off. And I feel like now I'm finally over the hump, and I've got good buy. My buys are spread out well. There's a time where I had, I think, a lot of people on the same buy I was stressed out about. So, I know I definitely overpaid for Scatabo, but I'm big on him. I do recognize that was a big overpay.
He's fun though.
But what? It looks like I spent 107 fab, and I still have 39. So I guess I'm doing something. Right in terms of the fab management, maybe.
Yep. You had 146 the week prior.
I did not realize all these trades. For some reason, I thought some of these trades were like spanned over a couple of weeks because I remember all these trades happening. I did not realize they were all in the last week.
All after last Thursday, or like on Thursday after I made the video.
Yeah. I thought, I was pretty confident that Bijan was. I thought Bijan was the week before, but I guess it was
out last week, but it didn't make it in last week's video, so I want to include it in like all the.
That's why.
Days.
Fair. Same with Scatabo. Yeah, I mean, Jamar or Bijan, CMC, Scatabo, and then Jalen Warren, God willing, he gets fully healthy, I think is a crazy, dangerous combo.
Yeah, it is.
You know, having all those guys with the flexes.
And you have Lamar coming back eventually.
Yep.
Ryan loves making that point. Yeah, no, I was proud of myself. I really didn't.
It's a good point.
It's a great point. I'm excited. I'm
glazing you, and you're like turning it down.
No.
Ryan would say
I'm
that.
not turning it down. I'm not turning it down. I'm honestly very happy with the Lamar trade. I was really not pressed to make it. Ryan was like very forward in trying to get Lamar off his team, which I understand why he wanted to because of so much uncertainty with his injury, and I feel like he might have similar fears as to Lamar as I do. But if the Ravens O-line can figure it out and Lamar comes back and doesn't like extend his quote-unquote fake injury or babying his injury. Sorry, I'm being interrupted. 1 second. How's it going?
Are you here to play?
I'm reffing.
Oh, reffing?
Yep. Thanks. Sorry, I'm showing up for work and I was getting shunned for parking in staff parking. No, but what I was saying is I lost my train of thought. That threw me off. That's never happened before. No, with Lamar, you know, as long as he can avoid being dramatic and sitting out for extended periods of time and the O-line can come together, I do like my chances. I mean, I feel like I'm got my end game team. That might be a bold proclamation, but if I can just get one more wide receiver, maybe I feel pretty confident that I really don't even need to make any more moves. I did have people come after Bijan this week. I know Cooper did, Potter did,
Calling him out.
Just calling him right out.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I didn't trade him away.
It's like, I have no problem.
But I kind of tried to pull a max move. Like, I really don't want to give any of them up, Bijan or CMC. But I have gotten some interest, and I've said I want all your fab. And that fab is less than what I paid for CMC. So, obviously people don't want to do that. Fab is more valuable now. I get it. But I feel like I don't need to make any moves. And if people want them that badly, like I did for CMC with Max, fair play to Max. Like, he got me for a lot of fab. And I feel like if people want him, they can come and get him. But they're going to have to pay. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty solid.
Yeah. Team is looking pretty loaded, I think, long term. Like, when I look at the rest of season, like, when I've looked at the same chart for your team, but for the rest of season, when it includes Lamar, you're pretty much green across the board. So there's a lot, pretty powerful at this point. So you're in a good position. And now my team, like the opposite. I have like nothing to be excited about really anywhere, but I think I can survive with it for now. Kendrick Bourne was my top scorer last week. Felt great after Thursday night. Hoping to have a Wandale repeat this week. I'm gonna feel safe after Wandale pops off. But
the vibes have never been higher.
Xavier Worthy popped up with a questionable. I think it's just that was today. I'm assuming that's just precautionary.
He's permanently questionable, I feel like.
Yeah, so
he's going to be like that this season.
I'm not too concerned he's going to miss the game. Analytics has Caleb Williams over Jordan Love. I think I'm going to start Jordan Love, but TBD. I don't have the ability to adjust my lineup right now. Pollard and Chuba might not play, so there's that. Yeah, I'm kind of in shambles, so I'm going to have to figure something out.
I gotta ask, why I'm fascinated by you making a splash for Brock Bowers when you had the best tight end in fantasy on your team already.
Like, it's value. Like, why do I go get Caleb Williams when I have Jordan Love? It's like players are value one way or another. So whether I decide I want to start him or I want to trade him, he's got value. And if anything, I think I got him at a lower. I only spent 19. You spent 31 or whatever.
That's true.
So
I did spend 31.
So I feel fine with the 19 number, especially because I outbid someone by 1. So, and also he's not playing this. I'm fully expecting him not to play this week. And then
just as somebody who has Bowers in a lot of other leagues and he's been very disappointing this year, I would much rather have McBride than Bowers. Like, something's not right with him.
I probably would too. I think so. But I'm kind of just hoping he comes back to form. But I don't think I'll have him this week.
Down the stretch, he could be really valuable if you can make it that far.
Also, Gino has just been absolute garbage, and I can say that because I've had him on my team for freaking 5 weeks.
Yeah, who's the backup there? Can they get him in? Can they get him going?
Didn't they have Aiden? Did they still have Aiden O'Connell there?
Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I think it's O'Connell.
I think
they paid him. They paid Gino too much.
I mean, look, if the Raiders could figure out eventually how to start using Genty, I feel like now their goal is we need to get Brock Bowers involved. Like, get this whole offense clicking. Like, it's got to run through Genty and Bowers, and then the receivers or whatever. They'll get open by merit of them not being the focal points. But
Trey Tucker remains underrated. I'll just throw that out there. But Bowers, I don't like. Yeah, it's partly Gino, but he's like not okay. Like he's not playing as well as he was his rookie season. Like, whatever the knee injury, whatever it was in week 1, I don't know if it's PCL or strain or whatever it is. Like, it's definitely hindering him.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Something seems wrong, but nevertheless, I have him, and I gotta hope now. I just added another injury-plagued player to my team, so that's fun. I think the only thing that I feel good about this week was trading for Sutton. I think they're playing the Jets too, so in theory he's being guarded by Sauce all game, which might not be a good thing. But I still feel good about it. So
that hasn't really played.
I know. So I'm not too concerned about it. Analytics has Xavier Worthy as my wide receiver 1. That's kind of funny, but Yeah, got a lot of bad problems here. But I my first big spending week, I would say. I traded away Jamar to Jake last week. That made it into this week's video. All right. Mitchell's team barely scathed by last week. Had 3 18s. Also kind of funny on his lineup. Kareem Hunt, Kareem the Dream. Ryan's a hater.
Wild.
Keep starting them, Mitch. Keep rolling them out there.
Just like Ben should start Theo Johnson.
He should. Is he not?
I think he is.
No, he is.
I think he is.
He is starting him.
All right, I'm excited to tune in tonight.
But yeah, I think the big thing was last week he did the Cook for Bijan plus 15. On paper, I was like, wow, really? You're giving him Bijan and Fab, but Cook at the time was the RB1 on the season, and not really. I mean, he's on a great offense, so plenty of opportunities will still be there always. But he did have a very down week last week, but he should bounce back to some extent. He just kind of did a lot of trades last week to get rid of his guys on bye, so he had startable players. And now he's got his guys off bye, like Odunze and DK. So he's looking significantly better this week, but still on the lower side of projections, but looked better than last week, so he should be feeling a little better. Potter's team, this has got to be the weakest team on paper right now, at least like for this week. I mean, Tyler Warren's great, Jaden Daniels is great, Ramondre apparently might keep being good, but I believe that's RJ Harvey, and then Brian Thomas, Jacoby Myers, Chris Godwin, Harold Fannin. I mean, nothing too stellar going on there, but
I have a take on Potter's team.
Mm-hmm.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
I think Harvey delivers a Joey-esque performance and
Against
the Jets.
Oh yeah, against the Jets
Yeah.
in London or whatever.
The Jets.
Yeah,
That would be.
I think the Broncos win that by a bunch, and Harvey gets involved.
Well, that'll be tough for you then, because that would come at the expense of Dobbins.
It would be. I think Dobbins will also obviously get a lot of run.
You think they're just going to run all over him?
I do. I don't think that game's close. I think, I think Harvey gets Potter through this week. Hot take. Ish.
I like it. But yeah, I think we'll see if Potter makes any moves, but if not, he will go into next week if he survives with the most fab in the league and a lot of spending power, so he'll probably make some moves next week, and then he's got CeeDee Lamb coming back. So Potter is a team where if he can make it like 2 more weeks, he could be in a pretty good spot come that time.
I think Sleeper has Lamb playing. I don't know what the latest is, but
Sleeper has questionable.
Yeah.
Fantasy Pros is
He
not
didn't
bought into
practice
that.
today. Lamb isn't going to play. He didn't practice today.
All right, Ryan, you want to take it or you want me to take it?
I can take it. Sorry if I'm cutting out. I'm driving.
No, you're good.
But yeah, Justin Fields, big time performance. Even though it wasn't C.J. Stroud, I'm never gonna be mad at 26 points. We touched on it earlier. A lot of bad moves. Tolbert for 4 from waivers. First week in the lineup with a nice goose egg in a game that they score 30 plus. JMO for 12. Terrible. And then there was one. I think obviously the Kamara debacle. Yeah, a lot of bad moves. But probably should be out. Happy to still be here. I think my team also does not look good projections-wise for this week. However, I think everybody has a good matchup, more or less. Like, I've got Dobbins against the Jets. I've got 3 Chargers against Miami, who just got run all over by Carolina. So, fairly confident that those are all pretty safe plays. Devontae has Baltimore, who just obviously got run over by a bad offense. So, yeah, on paper, I don't have a ton of studs on the roster until Bucky gets back, but I feel all right for this week. So we will see.
There you go. I think that is fine analysis. Yeah, so you're really rolling out both Chargers running backs. Just kind of
well, okay. Here's a question. Yeah, I think they blow him out, or I don't know. Maybe they don't blow him out. I think it'll be a pretty 50-50 split, and I think both of them. I watched Rico Dowdle. I'm obviously in Carolina, so that's my local market. I watched Rico Dowdle just do whatever he wanted. So I think they're both pretty viable. My question is, why does Sleeper hate Thornton? He's like, the last 3 weeks he's been projected like 2, and it makes me like hesitate dropping him in. And I get he's not like a huge volume guy, but
dude, all of you, why does everyone in the league hate Thornton? When I was shopping him, trying to sell him so hard like 2 weeks ago. If you have a pulse, you probably got a trade offer from me trying to give you Thornton. Because
you shopped him before Worthy came back. You wanted him.
I was trying to get the value before Worthy came back, right?
Yeah, and Worthy has taken away his value, but I don't think he's.
But apparently not. He's like he just became a focal. Like he just has become one of Mahomes' guys.
How many targets? How many targets did he have the past couple of weeks?
Last week was even with Worthy back. 2 weeks he's like still producing and getting targets.
So 2 weeks ago he got a touchdown on 2 targets, and that was it. But this past week he had 5 targets.
Three catches for 90 yards. Like he just like gets those bombs from Mahomes.
I mean, but you look at his. So since Worthy came back, he's playing 34 and then 45% of snaps.
Right. So that's your concern. Right?
He's always kind of like Jamo. He's like budget Jamo. Like he's always
Jamo actually this year so far.
Yeah, but I mean, anybody would. Okay, well, in terms of actual value, yeah, Thornton. It's a similar type of player, except I don't think he could boom as much as Jamo can. He's not as talented of a football player, but like he always could catch a long bomb, and if you make it a touchdown, then like that's one play for 10 points.
I don't think I have an issue. I don't think I'm going to right this second, but like Detroit is so banged up in the secondary. I am fully anticipating him getting 10 plus on my bench for the second week in a row. But yeah, Sleeper's giving him like 3 points, and I'm like, I just don't know if I can put that in my lineup. So I
rolled him out in week 2 or 3 when I was rolling him out. I remember it was like projection was like 3, and I was like, I don't care, I'm putting him in.
Yeah, I think it's hard to do that when like my projection's already the lowest, and I'm like, I'm just bringing it down even more. It's like I try not to think about that, but it's hard not to. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna start him, even though I kind of want to. So we'll roll with probably the safer plays of Haskins and Vidal. See what happens.
I respect it. I think one of those guys has to score, right? There's just no way one of them doesn't score.
That's what I would think.
Unless Herbert sneaks it in.
That's true.
Stop.
There's a possibility. All right, and we've made it to the end of the team slide. Mark goes out. Rams defense with 1, Malik Washington 2, Travion Henderson 4. Also had Bowers injured. Just a lot did not go right for Mark this season, starting from the draft. Starting from some, obviously I would disagree with the Bowers first round, but then injuries to Bowers, a suspension to Rashee Rice. Just a tough all around. Henderson not being...
Henderson 3rd and Kenneth as 2nd isn't great when those are your first and 3rd.
And he also ended up, through trades, getting T and Chase Brown, or maybe he drafted T. I can't remember. I don't think he drafted T, actually.
And he drafted Rashee Rice.
Right.
So just crazy he made it to week 6. But.
Yeah, he was kind of fighting for his life for a while, so he just got a bad hand this year, to be honest.
Yep.
It is what it is. All right, power rankings. I think some big movers here. Jake, if maybe he hopped off. I don't know, but
wow,
up to 3. Congrats. I'm gonna assume he's gone because he was just arriving at.
I mean,
he's still on the call, but I think. Wait, no, he isn't.
No, he left.
He left. All right.
I would. You drop 107 fab. I would hope that you could bump yourself up that much.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense.
There's a world where in just like 2 weeks, if Lamar's back, he's like number 1. Like his team is honestly really pretty loaded up. But I think Jack and James are still the solid teams that like are currently showing that they're producing and are solid. David, you've moved up to 4. Max, given the injury to Marion Hampton and trading away CMC, you are down to 6. But still, I think there's a pretty clear gap after like, honestly, probably these 7. It's like I think these 7 are like by far the top 7, and these 7 are by far the bottom 7. Like not even close.
I would like to caveat that I think your ranking of Johnny is biased by your hatred of his wide receivers. Like Johnny's team is.
You think he's
like,
better than this? I mean, he's at most I'd move him up to 8. I considered it. I think the most I'd move him up to is 8.
Yeah, I mean, not crazy. I think he's probably better than Mitchell. I think that's as high as
Mitchell has like Odunze and James Cook. Like he's just got some studs in there, and like Johnny. I like what's his face? Josh Jacobs, stud. Maybe we say that about Judkins.
Quinshawn gets 25 carries, dude.
Yeah, Judkins is stud.
Like, I get he's on the Browns, but like he's getting work, and he
is. Johnny moved up 4 spots. What do you want from me? he'll keep moving up. If
he just wants to shine a spotlight on.
Huh?
Your incessant hatred of Jalen Waddle and Marvin Harrison. He just wants to shine a spotlight on that.
Sure. It's reasonable.
I like Johnny's team. That's all. I like it more than I wasn't coming at you. I was like, I think
he's above me. I put him above me at least.
Be a little higher. Yeah, well.
That doesn't say much.
Okay.
That is not saying much. That's correct.
But like,
the fact that you put anyone below you is.
But it's my rankings, and so I'm not being a hater if I put him above me.
No qualms with my rank.
You cut out.
Ranking.
Oh, wait, no.
Is I went 8 up last week. Like my team hasn't really changed. That would be my only question.
Oh, why you moved? It was honestly hard. I honestly think between the 4 of us right here, you could throw anyone into any spot, and I'm not arguing with it very much. So I guess I just biased towards myself to put myself at the top of the bottom bunch. So yeah, it could be Fleming, as we've seen like with the 12 fab and the future outlook of his team, but it was a toss up. And then Potter, I don't think I'd put him down there with CeeDee Lamb coming back and having the most fab in the league. So reasons why I didn't put them at the bottom. I should probably be at 13 and bump them up. So
I don't know if I was more so saying like how last week I was 8 up from.
Oh yeah, you were. I remember last week when I put you at 6.
My column is. Yeah.
Sorry, you're cutting out a little bit, so I think I'm talking over you.
No, keep
But yeah,
going.
I had you higher than you were like the top of like the middle bunch where I didn't really know where to put anyone, and you ended up at 6 when I didn't know who to put at 6 of like the people between 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 or something like that. So yes, that's why you moved down so much. Is really you were probably ranked higher than you should have been last week.
No, I have no issues with this. No issues with this ranking.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wasn't. You were cutting out when you were saying it, so I wasn't sure if you were saying you hated or you disagreed with being last or not. But
No. Yeah, sorry. No, I don't mind being last. I was more so like, how was I ever
not last? Okay,
or just like not like 12th or 13th. Yeah,
sure,
I don't know.
Sure.
Keep going. Sorry.
We'll close it out. We're looking to keep it under an hour and a half now. Like you said, lots of bets or lots of voting spread around here. When we hopped on the call, we had, I think, David and Max both change their votes. I think the most votes anyone had was 3, and then that got shifted around. So Ryan, you are the front runner. Potter with the second most votes. James and Walker, both coming off of good weeks, are getting 2 votes, and then Ben, Fleming, Johnny, Mitchell, all with 1. None for me. If you look at like the bottom of the rankings, like I'm the only one not getting like vote. No votes. Gotta vote. I'm like the only gotta vote. I'm the only one of the bottom 7 to 14 that did not get a vote. I don't know why.
You're in danger.
So I'm scared now because some like Philip went out when no one voted for him. Like it's never whoever gets the most votes. So I don't feel safe about it at all.
It's a reverse jinx. Everyone's reverse jinxing you.
I know, guys. Please, someone vote for me.
Nah, I changed my vote.
Gosh, dang it. All right. Well, you guys have time to change your votes, but this is what it is now. So we'll see how it goes. We got Jack got on the board by correctly guessing Mark last week. Dead JC is still top of the running here for winning that. What did we decide on, Ryan? $20?
$20.
It was
$20.
part of your buy-in back if you get this right. So
yeah, I think we were almost like you shouldn't break even if all you did is correctly predict.
It's pretty hard to do though.
We got out.
That would be impressive.
It is.
Honestly, you should
but
break
it's
even.
also like
If you could.
not the point of the league.
Wait, if you could what, David?
Oh, sorry. I misunderstood
Not
that.
every week.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were saying. I was saying
no,
if you correctly guessed the guy who gets chopped every single week, you deserve your buy-in back.
Buy a lottery ticket. That's just, no,
Yeah.
Sure, maybe we can throw in an asterisk there, but no, $20 just for the winner of whoever gets the most. But yeah, that's all I got. Anyone want to throw anything in that they wanted to throw in before we wrap up? Bueller.
No, sir.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
get
It's
chopped.
long enough as is.
It is long enough as is, but good times. So you guys are always welcome to. Any of you in the league are welcome to hop in any week if the timing works out. I might make a Discord server. It'll be easier to hop into calls together that way. But this is fun. As always, don't get chopped. We'll
Good
see you
luck,
guys next
everybody.
week.
Good luck.
Yeah.